It's That Fucking Panda. I'm here with the chats right now. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you, Panda?
I'm doing so good. I love the chats. I love your guys' energy. So I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been discriminated for having a mullet?
I have. That's funny you ask. I definitely have.
Have you ever been discriminated for being a panda?
Oh, the tables have turned. Well, yeah. Some people really actually don't like pandas. It's weird.
Fuck the haters.
Yeah, fuck the haters. Mullets.
Mullets either. It's really weird.
Can you tell me about any story that has been discrimination?
Yeah. This one. There's a bar in Brisbane that have this very staunch no mullet rule. And when
no panda rule either, apparently.
And when I asked why this was, it was because people with mullets are more prone to violence, apparently, which is absolutely ridiculous. I know a lot of very peaceful people with mullets. I know plenty of people with mullets who have never been in a fight in their life, and I think it's just bullshit. Why should I be refused entry for my haircut?
I think if you feel threatened by a mullet, you're instantly weaker than the person with a mullet.
Yeah, totally, definitely.
Oh, I agree. I've met anybody I've ever met with a mullet is like the nicest person ever. So
that's great.
I think that anybody who discriminates someone just for the way they look, fuck them.
Yeah, it's super lame.
It's not a novelty.
I know a lot of Australian music has been becoming very popular in the States. Where does all this Australian energy come from?
It comes from Melbourne, but we're from Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't really know. I think at the moment in Australia, there's a lot of just discontent with the government and everything, and everyone just really wants to get something off their chest.
I think everybody's angry, and you just gotta let that out, and you're just like, ah! And I think America even more right now. Everybody's really mad, so maybe the Aussie Energy is just channeling through.
I think that's what it is. People kind of relate to that sort of that discontent from everything and just general anger and boredom, really. That's a universal thing. It's not just Australian.
I don't know. I just think it's fun, and then fuck all that shit. Let's have fun. Who cares? Whatever.
I know you guys recently opened up for Iggy Pop. What was that like?
That was amazing. It was incredible.
It was funny because we got really, we partied really hard the night before, and we're just kind of laughing about it, whatever. We're playing with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
And then
sorry guys, I gotta leave. I have to go play a gig with Iggy Pop.
it was just so funny to say that. But it wasn't until we actually walked up on stage and saw the full house of Festival Hall, we realised that we are fucking supporting Iggy Pop. So
It was super
we
weird.
We played a really good show and it felt good.
Yeah, it was great. But it was just super weird because
it just didn't
most
feel real.
Most of the crowd would have never heard of the chats, but because they're Iggy Pop fans, I think they kind of liked us and they kind of got what we were doing. But that was great. Iggy's such a nice guy. We had a bit of a chat with him. He's the nicest dude ever. He's incredible.
All our songs and stuff.
Yeah, he knew our songs.
So what were your intentions when you wrote the song Smoko? Did you ever think it would get this big?
No, not at all. When we wrote that song, we hadn't played a proper show. So we were just playing parties because we were underage in Australia. So we couldn't play gigs. So we were just fuck it, let's just play parties. And Smoko actually I never thought anything would come from that song. I just thought it was just one of those songs, And we had no fans. We had probably maybe 50 fans, and they were all our friends. So when we did that song, it was so surprising that people liked it. It was just incredible.
People who hated us.
Yeah.
Negative fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who hated you? I didn't even see you. I couldn't see anything out of this.
Nah, a few people hated us. I'm kidding. Not that many people hated us. People were into it. Heaps of people we got yelled off to because we were supporting a DJ and they were like, get the fucking DJ on. We got kicked off and shit. We were just fuck this, man. We're never playing parties again. But then the next weekend we would play a party.
That's all we could do. So we just played parties.
We always supported the DJ.
They would be the worst
thing ever.
They were there are not really any other bands on the coast except for a couple. So we always played by ourselves and with a DJ, and people just wanted the DJ. It's such a weird area compared to here, where everyone seems to like us here, whereas everyone seems to hate us on the Sunshine Coast. It's such a weird feeling because we were writing songs as kids in high school, just as something to do, you know, because we were bored, and now people like singing the words along to them, you know. It's a weird feeling.
Somebody here has like a bunch of snakes. What do you guys think of snakes? Who's the snake person?
That's not us.
That's our mate back at home.
That's our friend Tristan. He owns the shed that we practice in. He's got like at one point he had like
Shout out to Tristan.
Shout out Tristan.
Tristan.
What's up, man? But at one point he had like 20 snakes in his shed, and he was like, what am I gonna do with all these snakes? So he just started swapping them for weed.
Dude, but he's a snake.
Hey, weed sponsor! We will trade you snakes for weed in Australia.
Yeah, it's a great deal too, because
His snake escaped and mated with another snake and came back and had like 20 kids. And so he just had a bunch of baby snakes, so he had to do something with them, I guess.
Well, Australian snakes, you heard it first on Listen SG with the chats, eh? What were some of your influences, I guess, growing up?
Well, there's like the obvious stuff like
Beer.
Ramones, and like Cosmic Psychos.
The Wiggles? The Wiggles.
Don't listen to him. We love like the old 70s punk rock from England, and like the I love 80s hardcore from America, and like just anything that rocks, you know. Yeah. We just love stuff that rocks.
If you could go on tour with any musician, who would you want to go on tour with?
The Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas all the way.
Fergie, what's up?
I tour with the Spits. That's my favorite band. I don't like the Black Eyed Peas. I think you guys suck.
Would you guys like a Smoko?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, you said it wrong. Yeah, Smoko's not having a dart. Smoko's like having a break, a 10-minute break.
She doesn't know. It's okay. She doesn't know.
It's funny because people always say that.
She's being nice.
Get it right!
She's being nice.
No, thank you
very
for the
much
offer
for your
anyway.
offer, Panda.
Thank you, Panda. Panda, I really like you, Panda. And the Black Eyed Peas.
Thank you so much. We're with the chats. We're at Burger Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Woo!